With WrestleMania just days away, today we're going to go over our predictions for who we think will win each match. Starting off with the Intercontinental Championship, Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan. It's still odd seeing Daniel back down fighting for the Intercontinental Championship again, but these two are a great match for each other, and they can put on a really good wrestling match here. A really good wrestling match that sees Daniel Bryan come out on top at the end though. Then we have Elias versus King Corbin. Vince is very high on Corbin, a man that I think we've all noticed how much he's been pushed over the past couple years now, which means a lot if you're Elias, because Elias is a guy I personally really liked and wanted to see get that title push for a while now, and if you could see him go out there, and I think he will, beat King Corbin, maybe that could be the beginning of a potential future push for Elias here. This is a big guy out there. I think he can manhandle King Corbin here and pick up this W. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The Miz and John Morrison, will face off against the Usos and the New Day in a triple threat ladder match. And I gotta say, finally, love seeing it. One of my favorite matches, and we're gonna see it for the first time in a while. Three tag teams that it actually makes sense seeing in a ladder match that can do a lot of very exciting things off of the ladder, and they can potentially tear the house down. The Miz and Morrison, though, it seems like their show's really just getting started here, and I think a loss here could be detrimental to that tag team, so I don't think it's happening. I think Miz and Morrison will retain the titles on this one. The NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley faces off against Charlotte Flair. I'm still surprised by this one. I think overall, it was just a way for WWE to try to bring more viewers to NXT for the Wednesday night battles, with Charlotte Flair being tied into the mix. And for that reason, I can't imagine her winning this title and moving to NXT. It's possible. I don't see it. For that reason, Ripley's going to retain this one. Women's Champion Bayley is going to face off against Sasha Banks, Lacey Evans, Tamina, and Naomi. This match has friendship ruined all over it as far as I'm concerned. Sasha Banks, Bayley, it was great while it lasted, but another split up between these two, it just seems like it's about to happen. Once gold gets put on the line, friendships go out the door. Sasha Banks here with the backstab of Bayley, picking up the victory, and it'll be quite the storyline between the two going forward, I think, here. Edge versus Randy Orton in a last man standing match. The match will be an interesting one. Edge's first true big match since returning to the ring. Will there be some ring rust? Possibly. Could it lower his chances of winning the match? Possibly. This is one of the toughest calls of the night, I think, though. Orton is one of the most vicious, ruthless guys in the business that could very well go out there and end Edge's career once and for all. But with such a long absence from WWE, I'd like to think that's not the case here from Edge, a man that's been just as sadistic and crazy throughout his career, known to do quite a few crazy things. I can see this match ending with multiple concertos from Edge to Orton, and Orton coming out here losing to Edge in a last man standing match. Undertaker versus AJ Styles, a dream match for some. Maybe a few years ago would have been more preferred as well, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen, and here we are. It is happening now, and Undertaker has presumptively taken the role now of just pushing over talent over the years, and I can't imagine him going out there and beating AJ Styles and, just disappearing for the next 6 months or however long it is until the next Saudi Arabia paycheck comes running in here. So I think AJ Styles comes out on top of this Undertaker match here. John Cena versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt. Just like The Undertaker, Cena just comes around, albeit a lot younger, just kind of comes around to push over talent these days. He's never really been a fan of it either, coming back and winning and walking away. So for The Fiend to be as hot as he is right now, being one of the most must-see guys in WWE, it would make all of the sense in the world for him to go out there and beat John Cena and continue his path of destruction, which is what I think we see happen here. Then we have WWE Champion Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. We don't see too many guys come out against the Beast on top too often, but there's no better time than right now with Drew McIntyre, who I think is on quite the hot streak right now, doing very well out there in the ring, and he's a big guy. He's an absolute monster. You talk about monster versus monster here. If there's a guy in this company that can match up with Brock Lesnar, it's a guy like Drew McIntyre. And I think Drew McIntyre pulls off what would be considered the upset still of beating Brock Lesnar. But that is going to conclude this video. We will skip out on the Universal title match until we get further confirmation around that line. Otherwise, though, guys, would love to hear your thoughts on the predictions and your predictions as well. Big thumbs up, subscribe is appreciated and required. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.